Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that might be new here, hi, welcome. My name is Megan. I'm just your average thrifty bargain hunter turned full-time reseller. And recently I started documenting my journey here on YouTube. And I'm so glad to have you. Today, I'm packing some sales and I'm going to take you guys along with me to show you how I do that. If that sounds interesting, please do consider subscribing. So the first thing I do when I have a sale, so I have some of my labels printed already, but I have made a few sales this morning. So I thought I would take this opportunity to show you exactly how I do that. So I have a sale on Poshmark that I need to print out, and I know I have some eBay sales. So the first thing I do is I go through and I print all of my labels. So I'm going to do that. And I have a Rollo label printer, if you're wondering, and I love it. I would highly, highly recommend it. Also, I think I had a question regarding Depop and how I decide what to price things on Depop. I price everything the same across the board. I list everything on Poshmark first, then I import it into my cross-listing service and I cross-list it to eBay, Depop, and Mercari. And I don't change the prices. And I sold something on eBay. I sold a pair of Eileen Fisher pants for $43 on eBay, and on Poshmark they're listed for $21 because they've been dropped in price so many times. I do adjust prices after I have listed things. They've been listed so long on Poshmark that they've been dropped down to $21, but they sold for double that on eBay, so yay. Let's see. Also on eBay, I ship almost everything using flat rate. It just makes it easier for me. I do have the occasional complaint on eBay from people that shipping is too high, but I'm not charging over the cost of shipping. I'm charging exactly what it costs for the flat rate shipping. So, and that comes with insurance and tracking. Worth it for me. Okay, let me get the labels. Also, before I get into how I do the labels, I did have a question regarding my daily reseller task list that I had on my desk in my last video. And this is what it is. It's all it is. It's just a daily checklist of all the things I want to make sure I am doing every day on all of my platforms that I might otherwise forget because they are so, not mundane, but repetitive, and I need to make sure that I'm doing them every day. So for eBay, it's just as simple as delist and relist the oldest listings. So the listings that are going to end the soonest. Usually I do them 100 at a time. So every morning I go through and delist 100 listings that are going to end the soonest, and then I relist them as sell similar to get them back into eBay's algorithm. I also will drop the price by a penny, and I change the percentage that I'm promoting them at from 2% up to 3.1%. That's just currently what I'm doing. I don't know if it's working. It's just how I'm doing it. And then I will go ahead and delete all of the solds on eBay because my cross-listing platform currently does not do that for me. So I have to manually go in and make sure I'm deleting everything from eBay that's sold on other platforms. It also says to cross list, and it also says to send offers to watchers. And then I have a little mark for where I could put my sales for the day after the day is over. For Poshmark, share closet, delete sold items, and cross list. Same thing, little mark for where I can tally my sales for the day. Depop, offers to likers, delete sold items, and cross list. Same thing, the little sales for the day. And then Mercari is my platform where I struggle the most to figure out how to make sales. So for Mercari, it's just make sure to delete solds and cross list. And then again, sales for the day. So that's it. Very simple, but I print it out every morning. I do feel like this sheet helps me to remember to do all of these things that are very important every day. Also, I track how many items I listed, and I have a a big ass calendar. Literally, it's a year's worth of a calendar in one like giant whiteboard here and on my wall in front of me. And every day or every week, I'm writing down net I made for the week. So what I made after fees on all of the platforms. And every single day, I'm tallying how many listings I am doing so that I can just know that at a glance. I can see if a big push in new listings really does help the sales to have a big push, or if staying consistent in listing really helps the sales. I do have all that information, like I said, just right here so that I can have it like at a glance and be able to know like, oh, it really did make a difference that you listed 50 things yesterday because your sales really show it, or it's helpful to consistently list 10 things across all platforms every single day and not take any days off, and that helps the sales be the best. I don't know. I'm trying to gather that information because I feel like I get that question a lot, and I sometimes wonder myself, is it better to list 10 things a day and never take a day off, or is it better to list 50 things 2 days out of the week and not list anything the other days? I don't know. If you have the secret sauce, I would love to know. But anyway, that's how I do things. I list on Poshmark, import it into my cross-listing service, which is List Perfectly. And if you are interested in trying that, I will have a link down below that you can give that a try. I've used List Perfectly for years now, and so far it is the best service that I have been willing to pay for. Import them all of the listings from Poshmark into List Perfectly, and then from List Perfectly, I cross-list them to Depop, Mercari, and eBay. So I am cross-listing everything the same day. I don't like wait around. I am keeping every platform active every day. That's the goal. Anyway, back to the sales that I have. So I have all of my labels here. I'm just going to separate them all, and then I use the back and I actually write on them individually what each label is for, like the item as well as the bin in my inventory that I can find the item in. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. During this time when I'm writing all of the information on my shipping labels, that's when I delete the sold items from the other platforms. So if things have sold on Poshmark, I'll go ahead and delete them on eBay, Depop, and Mercari, etc., etc. So this process takes a little bit of time, but I feel like if I don't do it now, I will forget, and then it'll be a week later and I'll be selling an item that I've already sold. So that's just how I do it. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so essentially, this is what I do for every single shipping label. The item, Eileen Fisher, taupe pants, that's enough for me to know what I'm looking for. The bin that it's in, which is for this particular pair of pants, happens to be bin MA. And I'll show you my bins if you're new here when we go downstairs to pull everything. And then I also write that it's sold on eBay because Poshmark is the only platform where you can kind of just ship anything in whatever kind of mailing container you want to. Every other platform, you kind of have to be careful and you can't just ship all willy-nilly. I do write the platform so I don't get confused and I remember to put it in the right shipping container, especially because on eBay, I ship with priority flat rate mailers 99.9% of the time. I think I'm going to speed this up so you guys don't have to watch paint dry while I do this. Okay, so now I have all of my labels and we are going to head downstairs and pack up these sales. Okay, so we made it to the basement. Let me turn this air purifier off so you don't have to listen to that. So while I'm getting you guys situated, for those of you that are new here, this is where I keep all of my inventory, the basement, and I do have it organized in some sort of way. Hold on. Okay, so I guess I will just put you there and talk to you from back there. Okay, so welcome to the basement. Welcome to my inventory room. This is where I keep all of my stuff. And I guess I can take you on a little brief tour real quick of the bins. So everything is in these clear Sterilite bins. They're all labeled, and the bin labels mean absolutely nothing except for that's exactly where I know where to find the item. They don't hold anything in particular. Like DB doesn't just get jeans and bras, like they're all mixed in. And the way I fill in the bins is I grab something that needs to be inventoried, which is all of this stuff here. I guess I'll show you how I would inventory something. So I would grab something that needs to be inventoried, which is something that is right here in one of these Hulkins or this metal basket. And I would look it up on my phone, which I can't do because you are on my phone. I would look it up on my phone, find it on Poshmark, and then find any bin that had space. So let's see, this one has space, KF. So I would find this listing on Poshmark, edit it, and then in the description I would put a /KF, and then I would hit save and this would go in there, and that's how I inventory things. And when that would sell, so like all of these things we're about to pull, when they sell, I go onto Poshmark, I find the description, and right at the bottom of the description should, if everything works out, should be the bin that it's inventoried in, and it shouldn't take very long to pull the thing. So let me take this out of here before it gets left in there and not actually inventoried in there. Okay, so I'm going to just pick up Audrey's toys really fast, and then I will show you how I go about pulling all of the sales. And of course, I didn't bother cleaning up down here before I brought you down. So you're just seeing it as it normally is, not like picture perfect, super organized or anything, but let's make our way table here. Okay, so this is the shipping table, and the Hulkin under the table right here actually has all of the stuff for Plato's Closet that I've thrifted over the last little bit, but I have all my labels, and I guess I need to pull everything first. So I guess I need to situate you guys. So let me put you in the corner, I guess, while I pull everything. I'm going to try to get it so that you can see the majority of the basement. Whoa. Okay. So you might not be able to see me if I have to go around the corner, but we'll be all right. Set up my GoPro over here. Okay. So at this point, I have all of my labels. I have everything written on every label, and now I'm going to go and put them on the table, kind of organize them and make it so that I can pull them in order, like alphabetical order, just so that I don't have to dip back into any bins more than once. So let me do that really quick. So I'm just going to sort them out and put them, like I said, in alphabetical order, so I don't have to dip into more than one bin twice if there's things in more than one bin. E, N, J. Okay. Okay, now we're going to pull the sales. First bin is EC, so that's where I'm going to go to grab this jacket. And I put everything in these plastic bags, these inventory bags, and I truly feel like, one, it helps keep everything organized in the bin, and two, it does add an extra little added layer of protection during shipping. So I do think these are an important part of my inventorying process. And then when I'm done grabbing the first sale, I will put it in the basket that's on the floor. I'll show you. I have a little basket here on the floor, and I'll just put it in there and then put the label on the counter so I know I've done it already, and I will pull the next one. The next sale is a Britney Spears t-shirt, and it's an EB. So I'm gonna grab that. Happens to be right under the one I was just in. And as we're packing the sales, I'll pop on the screen how much everything sold for, because I have no idea off the top of my head. But I do think that Britney shirt sold for more than 50, so that's really nice. And I need to do spring inventory, like go through all of my inventory soon. So if you are interested in seeing how I go through my inventory to pull the items that I want to get rid of because I've had for too long, or to find things that have like fallen off the face of the earth and are no longer listed that I would like to be listed, I have to do that soon. And I haven't done that since 2023, right? Yeah, 2023 was the last time I went through my entire inventory and did like a full inventory, like clean out, sweep, go through. So, oh God. Anyway, if you'd like to see that, please let me know in the comments below. Next, polo sweater, GD. Gonna go grab that. And I genuinely feel like this inventory setup works well. This is the way I've been doing my inventory for ages, probably for the last 5 years. And I'm so glad it's as organized as it is. Yeah, because finding one of 2,000 things just all willy-nilly would be so hard. Like, I know a friend in real life, and I know she just puts all of her inventory just in a big pile, and I can't imagine how long it would take to find something after it's sold. So I think having some sort of organization, inventory system, flow, what have you, is so important. Whatever that looks like for you, doesn't have to look like this, can look completely different, obviously, but having some sort of organizational system that that makes sense to you is definitely key. Because I know I'm blabbering on, but pulling all of these sales and packing them shouldn't take me more than 15-20 minutes or so. And I would say that's pretty quick. Cutting down on the time and effort it takes to complete a task is key. Anyway, next sale is a red Dior tie, and it's in GD. Or I'm sorry, GC, because I can read. Hopefully today we don't run into a situation where we can't find something. I do have a lost and found bin that things get put in if I can't find them on Poshmark, or if I can't find them in my inventory, or if I just don't know what they are, and they go in a little lost and found bin. But that's something else that I'll have to go through doing spring inventory clean out, because Lord knows what's in there. Okay, next sale is a pair of Patagonia leggings, and they are in JF. And yes, I am well aware that if I had shelves, this would be a lot easier, but shelves that would hold this much weight would cost quite a pretty penny, and I do not have that much money to be investing in shelves, even though I would love it. So for now, the bins are stacked. Next is a Victoria's Secret garter belt, and it is in JD, which is where I just was, which is why I put everything in alphabetical order. to try to avoid having to go into the same bin more than once. Also, my bins in the back row here are bigger than these simply because they stopped making that size. So I had to switch, and I 1000% prefer clear bins. I know Costco makes like a black bin with a yellow top that is pretty cheap, but I like being able to see in the bin, and I feel like that helps me to find things a lot quicker too. So I prefer the see-through bins. That's why I have the bins that I do. Next, JD again. I just was in this bin again. And if I was paying attention, I would have got this out with the last item because they were in the same bin, but I'm trying to talk to you guys at the same time. This is a pair of Bonobos golf shorts, and they sold on Poshmark. Then the next sale is an Eileen Fisher pair of pants, and it is an MA, which is over here in the corner. These actually sold on eBay. Oh, I think I told you already, for double what they did tell you. I can remember. For double what they were listed for on Poshmark. And I said all of that to say that I list everything starting out at the same price on every platform. Okay. And then the last sale is in ND, and it's a Helly Hansen like base layer shirt. Let me grab that. Okay. All right, now I'm going to turn you around and we're going to start actually packing some stuff. So let me turn, whoop, and put you here. All right, sorry if you can hear my heater. It is freezing down here, and obviously I need to adjust the camera because my head is cut off. Hold on a minute. The chaos of this video, I swear, if this comes out okay, it will be a miracle. Okay. Let's see if that's better. Yeah, just move it back some. There we go. Better, better, cool. Okay, got to get a drink. This is a LaCroix Strawberry Peach, and it is so good. So good. If you have any recommendations for flavors of sparkling water, I would love to know. I am weird about sparkling water. I don't like the fake sweetener taste, and this one has like the least offensive aftertaste to me of all of the sparkling waters I've ever tried. So would love a recommendation if you like LaCroix and you have a favorite flavor. Okay. So I have all of my shipping supplies over here in like various organization thingies. I have a little rolly cart of like tape, stickers, lint roller, markers, all of the things. And then, like I said, we put all of the sales down here in this basket, and here are all of the labels. So I usually just put them off to the side, and I start with the one that's right on top. Bring the basket up here so I don't have to keep bending over. First thing we're gonna pack is this Helly Hansen base layer shirt. I believe this sold on Poshmark. Yes, it did. And as I'm packing it, I will pop on the screen what it sold for, what I'll make, and a picture of it, because obviously it's already packed in my inventory bag. And this is off to Illinois. And I have a trash can over there. I'm not just throwing stuff onto the floor. And then I will just have my Hulkin right in front of me so I can just pop it into my Hulkin bag. But my Hulkin is full of things that I need to inventory, so I have to do that first. So I'm just gonna make a pile right there in front of me. Next, Eileen Fisher pants, the ones that sold for double what they were listed for on Poshmark. These sold on eBay, and because they sold on eBay, they are a special mailer. I can't just put them in whatever I want, and I used a padded flat rate for this particular sale. So padded flat rate, and like I said, I use these because they come with tracking and insurance, and those two things are very important. And these pants are off to Texas. Next, the Bonobos golf shorts. These sold on Poshmark. Oh, and I think I had a Depop sale that I'm just now remembering that I didn't grab the label for. Gosh, doodle it. Let me turn my heater down so it's not literally blasting at you. These Bonobos are also going to Texas. Next, this is the Victoria's Secret garter belt. This is actually new with the tags, and this sold on eBay, so it does have to go in a special mailer, and I put this in just a flat rate. And this is going to Virginia. Next, Patagonia leggings. These sold on eBay, so I can put them in whatever I want. And by whatever I want, I mean these. Usually I use these Tyvek mailing envelopes from the post office. They're free. I used to pay for the like fancy, pretty poly mailers all of the time, and I realized I was spending close to $1,000 a year on just poly mailers, and I was like, no more, thank you. So now I only buy mailers for Depop, and usually they're just plain, like colored, because they are cheaper than the pattern ones. I buy this size here, which is basically the same size as this Tyvek mailer from the post office. I think this is like 15 by 18 or something like that. And then I buy this size as well, which is like the size up from that. Again, just a plain color because they're cheaper than buying the pattern colors. But anyway, what are we doing? Let me get back on track. This is the Patagonia leggings, and they are going to South Carolina. Next, Dior tie, and this sold on Poshmark as well. And this Dior tie is going to New York. Ooh. Ran out of tape. You have a tape gun that you just buy the big round things for. Is that more cost effective for you? I would love to know. Next, this is a polo sweater, and this also sold on Poshmark. And this is going to Florida. Miss Britney Spears, Miss Britney Jean Spears, also sold on Poshmark. And where's she going? Going to Denver. Oh, I didn't forget the Depop sale. This is the Depop sale. Okay. This is the last sale we're packing up. It is a denim jacket that's sold on Depop, and because it's sold on Depop, I have to be careful with my mailers, my choice of shipping container. We will use one of these. And this cute jacket is going to California. Okay, and with that, that is the end of my pack some sales with me video. It's like a bit different than my normal what sold videos, but I feel like I kind of get like, I don't know, I don't want to be boring, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit. If you enjoyed this video, please, please, please let me know in the comments below. As always, if you took the time to watch this video and you spent your social media currency with me today, I so appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on the way out, that would be awesome. See you next time, friends. Bye.